Good morning, students. Today we are going to look at some noun patterns. Okay, this is from your guided English textbook, page number 40. Okay, now a noun may often be followed by an infinitive phrase. One usage that we normally have is with an infinitive phrase. Here is a hat that you can wear. Here is a hat that you can wear. Here is a hat for you to wear. Here is a hat for you to wear. Now, if you look at it, here is a hat that you can wear. Okay, this is a clause, this is a clause, this is a coordinate clause, this is a coordinate clause, and it is a complex sentence. Now, here is a hat for you to wear. There is only one clause and one finite verb, so it's a simple sentence. So, indirectly, it is a conversion of a complex sentence into a simple sentence. Is that clear to you? We look at the construction can sometimes be used instead of an adjective clause also. This is the way in which it ought to be done. This is the way it to be done. Okay, now replace the adjective. Now that we have done already. Now we look at the next one. Okay, a question verse followed by infinitives. Okay, in sentence constructions where a question words followed by infinitives, what to do? Did you tell him when he was to return? Did you tell him when he was to return? Did you tell him when to return? Same thing, complex into compound. Did you tell him when to return? Question word and followed by infinitives. Let's look at some more examples from this. Is there a book that a young child can read? Is there a book that a young child can read? Is there a book for a young child to read? Is there a book for a young child to read? Then I have nothing that I want to do. I have nothing for me to do. There's no reason why he should do that. There is no reason for him to do that. That's all. Now, something in this line. Once again, tell me how it should be done. Tell me how it should be done. Tell me how to do it. Tell me how to do it. How question word to do infinitive. Now please tell me where to go, where to meet him. Then who knows how to do it, how to make it, how to reach there. I told him when to come or where to come. I cannot decide where to go, where to meet him, or where to find it. He wants to know how to do it, how to make it. That's all from that. Then, one of the most common uses of gerund is as an object. I like swimming. I like what? Swimming. What is a gerund? An ing form of a word made as a noun to be the subject or object of a sentence. Okay, we can also say a verbal noun, a noun formed from a verb, this ing form. Complete these sentences by giving the gerunds formed from the verbs given in the bracket. He likes, in the bracket it is given read but he is not very fond of write given in the bracket. So read and write are two words given in the bracket. You have to make it gerund. He likes reading, but he is not very fond of writing. Next, you will enjoy, word in the bracket, meet my cousin. You will enjoy meeting my cousin. Next, he began, word in the bracket, build a hut by, word in the bracket, cut branches from trees, and word in the bracket, lean them against each other. So he began building a hut by cutting branches from the trees and leaning them against each other. Next, after they had spotted, word in the bracket, write, the teacher began, word in the bracket, read out a list of names. After they had stopped writing, the teacher began reading out a list of names. Next, thank you for, word in the bracket, come. We shall look forward to, word in the bracket, see you again soon. Thank you for coming. We shall look forward to seeing you again. Fine. Next, let's look at this sentence. We like him, but we do not like his singing. We like him, but we do not like his singing. The object of the first like is him. The object of the second like is singing. And his is a possessive adjective qualifying singing. So he's singing. In spoken English, you will often hear sentences like these. I hope you don't mind my saying so. Or I can't understand you saying that. The correct written English is, I hope you don't mind my saying so, not me saying so. And I can't understand your saying that. Okay, so let's look at some examples. I object to your saying that. I object to your saying that. I clearly remember her saying it. I clearly remember her saying it. I hope that you will forgive my asking you. I hope you will forgive my asking you. Did your parents agree to your coming here this afternoon? Did your parents agree to your coming here this afternoon? I hope you will excuse my asking such a personal question. I hope you will excuse my asking such a personal question. I shall never forget your telling me that. I hope you don't mind my being here. Okay, that's all for students today. If there is any doubt, please contact me over the phone or through the Zoom class. Bye.